Hello, welcome to Tile Coach. I'm Isaac Ostrom. I'm a licensed tile contractor in Northern California. Thank you for watching another one of my videos. Today I'm going to be installing a sheet membrane over a mud bed for a shower pan. We have our Flow Effects drain bonding flange installed in a nice mud bed, all screeded and smooth. We just finished this up, so this is fresh mud. We're going to be setting some RSS sheet membrane, which I've been doing some testing on and really like. If you want to see those tests, go to my Instagram at Tile Coach. I do a lot of my short videos, little test videos, little things over there, so make sure to follow me on Instagram. But I'm really happy with the results of this test. It basically performs the same as the Latacrete sheet membrane that I was using. When you use it with the Multimax Lite, it performs really well. Very minimal water penetration. I had a 1/16 inch of water migration under band soaked for 5 days. That's good enough for me. So really excited to be start using this membrane. So what I have here is a fresh mortar bed. I made a few notches in the corners in our wallboard, because I'm actually going to do a fold corner, almost like you would fold a PVC liner in the corner, a hospital fold. And I'm just going to tuck that into the wall so that we don't have the band that we have to put around, and we don't have to have the inside preformed corners because we're not going to be making a cut in the corner. I learned about this. I have to give a shout out to my Instagram friend Amos at Custom Tile Installation. If you're on Instagram, go follow Amos. He does some really innovative things. He's kind of a free thinker, innovative, doesn't just follow along with what everybody else is doing, which is really awesome. I really respect Amos and what he's doing, so go give him a follow. And I'm going to try his tuck method. He actually calls it the Bruce Jenner method, and you can figure that one out. But we're going to go ahead and try it, and it's on fresh mud, so this will be interesting. Do not try this if you are not very experienced with deck mud. This is something that I've learned how to do. We used to fresh set tile on wet deck mud or wet dry pack, and this is before they had thinset. This is how they would set their tiles. They would do a mortar bed like this. They would sprinkle dry Portland cement on there. They would spray the cement wet. They would put their tiles right into it, tamp it down. And most of the tiles back then were either ceramic bisque, little 4x4s, or they were some sort of sheet mosaic. So that's the way they used to do all their floors. So we kind of learned how to do that. And when we do outdoor work, a lot of times we'll use deck mud fresh set. But if you haven't done it before, let your dry pack set up, because there's no making mistakes. You got to get your thinset down, and you can't peel things up or it'll peel all the deck mud up. So when we do this, I use my thinset pretty loose. So we mix it up. I call this consistency of mud is like pancake batter. The pancake batter's about perfect. You can pour it out and spread it around real easy. So I'm going to put some of my pancake batter down. The thing with, as you see me work the mud, I'll kind of talk through it of how to do it, but it takes a little bit different application than most people are used to. So I got to spread it out. You can't pick up your trowel when you're doing this. You have to keep your trowel moving in one direction or the other. And so what I try to do is get my mud spread out around so that I'm always moving into another spot of thinset. Because you can't end in the middle of the deck mud and pick it up, or it's going to pick up all the deck mud. So I got to work into where my thinset already is. You see that? The But the nice thing about doing it this way is you're not fighting loose grains of sand on your deck. It's all fresh, so it's all gonna mix together. See, so here's a good example. I got a spot of thinset, I gotta comb into the other thinset and then lift up. I can't lift up right here. If I were to do that, it would peel it all up. I got my thinset down, a nice V-notch with my multi-max light. Now we're gonna get ready to put the membrane down. So what we did is I have my overlap on the wall marked with a pen. That's gonna help guide me where it needs to go. It should be something like this. I'm gonna start in this corner. Yeah, that pen mark really helps out, giving me some guidance on where it's going to be. So I'm putting that pen line right at the floor and wall transition. Using my hand to get it in place.
You are a professional, so look at that. Good job.
Thank you. See, these True Work pants are nice because they you can get them wet and they don't soak in water like cotton does.
So they clean off?
Yeah, they're stretchy. They clean off really nice. And so yeah, if you want a pair, I'll put a link in the description to a code to get you 15% off. Or you can just use TileCoach15 at checkout and get a pair of these nice True Work pants. These are I think they call them the T1. I really like them. I'm gonna find
There you go.
my opening.
There it is.
You wanna get this, Luke?
Yeah. I'll get it.
So I can feel the opening in my FlowFX drain here. What this is gonna do, this is gonna allow one more area for air to escape when I embed the sheet membrane. So this will allow me to really get everything out, all the air out, because the air is your enemy. You want to make sure you're leaving places for the air to escape. Otherwise you'll end up with bubbles in your membrane. So the first thing I do is I'm just working out any of the air pockets. I'm not really pushing down real hard. I'm just using my trowel to evacuate the air. And so now I'm going to try this fold. This will be interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use a tool to kind of just push the membrane in the wall. Just like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Little work to do, but nice.
Yeah, so I'll probably need to put a little more multi-max on there. And this is my first time doing it, so I'm sure we'll get better as we go. And I'll come back to that spot, maybe put a little more thinset in there. So I'm gonna keep going around. Again, I'm working from the middle out, getting the air out. And this is nice. The nice thing about this is there's no seams. You know, we don't have to worry about any water wicking at the important transitions of this pan. So I'm gonna do it again over here on this curb.
Come around the side.
I really like that.
Looks clean.
Look at that. So we have a nice inside corner, and then when our outside corner goes down, it's going to fill in this spot anyways, but we'll have a nice outside corner that goes over that. Let me try to get this corner in here. Again, after we do this a few times, we'll know how to do it a little bit better, but that's really cool. Now I should be able to tighten that corner. Seamless. Again, we got our 2-inch overlap between the wallboard and the floor sheath. So we don't need to do anything else to this. And we'll have our corner band. What we'll do is we'll run our corner band and we'll run that all the way to the floor to fill in this little gap. I always use my hand to just make sure that there's no air pockets that I miss. Sometimes the trowel will miss certain things.
You can't see it, you gotta fill it, I agree.
Okay. Okay, so now we just need to get our outside corners on. Then we'll wrap sheet membrane up over the curb to cover our curb, and do the band on the inside, and we'll be good to go. Boom. That's a lovely finish there. No seams anywhere. Everything packed right in there. Very nice. I love this. I love this method. Super stoked. Super stoked. Sorry I get excited about these things, but it's just like so cool when you discover. And that's one of the things people, they talk, I hear it a lot, oh, he's changing what he's doing again. Of course I am. Better things come along, I'm adapting and changing. Dang right. And if something comes up better than this, I'll start doing that. So when you watch my videos and what I'm doing at the time, that's just what I'm doing now and what I've found the best way is for now. So if you got any ideas, and I actually do, like, I love the comments. Please keep the comments coming, because not only does it help other viewers learn, it helps me. So, I get ideas from you guys too. So if somebody says, oh, here's this little tip, I'll go, oh, that makes sense. I'm not rigid in my ways and stubborn, so that, I think that can really hold people back. And tile guys are notorious for being stubborn like that. So if you are dealing with stubbornness issues, maybe it's something you should take a look at, because it could be holding you back from you and your company growing. So, I'm not saying you need to change on a whim like a willow tree that's changing at everything, but if something comes along better, and don't be afraid to at least try it, and if it works for you, great. But a lot of these things, like stubbornness, for example, we think that like that's just something how we are, we can't change, we don't understand it. A lot of times there's denial involved too, where we like don't even know that we're doing it. And then maybe enough people tell us over time, maybe in relationships, the people closest to us, if you do hear that over and over, maybe it's time to take a look at it. And it's not a bad thing. Usually our personality and like character flaws that we have developed over time, usually as a result of the way we were raised, right? Like you think that you just ended up this way. I think when we were born as children, we're born as these perfect little beings that are we're like a blank slate. We're just, and then we absorb all of the stuff. And if we have some things, God bless our parents, maybe they didn't fulfill some need that we had as an infant, we start to develop like protectionism mechanisms, these character traits to survive in those circumstances. And some of us have had it way worse than others, right? Some people have suffered crazy abuse that I couldn't even, comprehend. Some of us much more milder forms, but they affect us in little ways like stubbornness or pride or ego or things like that. So anyways, just a little tidbit on personality. So if you do see me changing my ways, that's one of my ways of just adapting to what's coming. It gives me appreciation for others who might know more than me. And I'm looking to come up with the very best system for our company and share it with the rest of the world. So that's why I do what I do. So I'm going to do my preformed outside corners. So those are the only corners, if you use this tuck method, that you will need to use are the outside corners. Outside corner there. With the outside corners, I like to use one trowel to hold down and then squeeze the air out to the outside.
I need to remember that.
Yeah. Just hold it. Go. Beautiful. Good. Go right there.
Fold those corners when your edges are square and clean too, not gap in between them and not hanging over, because then you end up with air bubbles.
Yeah.
So I always try to cut my stuff flush and clean as possible.
Yep. Okay, so we got all of our sheet membrane down. The pan is waterproof again. I am just really happy with this method of tucking the corners, not having seams of band on the shower pan. And I mean, I'm just stoked on this system. Both the membrane we're using, the drains. If you do want to get these drains, you can get them at tilecoach.com. I don't make much off of them, but I thought I would provide them for you guys. You can also go to floweffects.com, get them for the same price. But yeah, go to tilecoach.com. You can order up the bonding flange, and I have 3 different finishes of grates. I got brushed nickel, brushed chrome, and this membrane's down. This is the grate carrier. So in another video, I'm going to go over how to install the grate and the grate carrier with the spacers that go on here. But it's really simple. Basically, it just drops in. This is just a cover to keep grout out, and when you're working, and then when you're all done, you just pop that out. You take your grate, this pops in, and then the grate goes right in, just like that. So, love this system, love the membrane, love the tuck method. So I hope you guys learned something today. I hope that this video was helpful, and I just really encourage you to keep going on. If you're in the trades, consider yourself blessed. It's a great time to be a contractor. The money has never been better. I'm not going to say prestige, but the respect that contractors are getting is at an all-time high, just because we are so needed and valuable in our communities right now. So yeah, I just encourage you to keep going. If you're in the trade, I don't think the grass is any greener. And if you're in doing a job that you really don't like and don't get the fulfillment like I do, I'm just like so happy and giddy when I get to come out and do this stuff. Maybe think about making a career change. And if you are, maybe find an installer in your area. Instagram is a great way to network with other installers in your area. And, maybe just see if they need help and start learning a building trade. So again, rock on, guys. I love you. I love being your tile coach, and we'll see you on the next video.